All right, we are pretty much through the first day of Summer League, and I watched 4 games pretty intensely. Um, just taking notes on a bunch of standout players that I liked: Minnesota, New Orleans, Cleveland, Indiana, Oklahoma City, and Brooklyn, and then Dallas and LA. So I was pretty much watching nonstop Summer League basketball from 2:30 to 9, and I just like, all right, I'm done. Sorry, Sacramento and Orlando. I just kind of had to tune into the Mavs game. Um, yeah, so I'll just go through my standouts of the day. Um, First off, Minnesota, New Orleans. Joan Berenger, incredible, right? I don't think I'd seen anything of him before. Like, I knew of him going into the draft night, just because he was like a late riser on a ton of draft boards. But I didn't really know anything about his game, and the announcer kept calling him a human backboard, and I can see why. I mean, this guy, you could not score on him at all. Like, I think he had 7 blocks. Did he have 11 points and then 7 rebounds? Something like that. I don't know the exact numbers. But, I mean, the defense and his ability to just be in the right place at the right time, his personal positioning was incredible. I mean, he had some great blocks on an NBA center, like a starting center, Yves Missi. So it was really impressive to watch Berenger. Rob Dillingham, I know like his shooting percentage late was really bad, but through the beginning, like maybe the first half and then halfway through the third quarter, his shot was pretty pure. And oh my God, was he shifty. Like crossing up people left and right and then finding his way to literally like there was one play where he made somebody fall and then made someone else like not quite fall, but he definitely shook him a little bit out of his shoes and then missed the jumper. But like he was in control. And then as soon as he lost control of his play and started turning the ball over and missing shots, Terrence Shannon took over and he started hitting so many shots. I think he led them in scoring. If not, it was Leonard Miller. But Shannon did great. Really good passer. Something you didn't really see in his time at Texas Tech, and then he might have developed it a little bit at Illinois, but he was really a pure scorer. But his game was really solid, like all around, very good passer, and just, yeah, he was pretty much a bulldozer. Can't stop him. Loved Shannon. Leonard Miller started off pretty slow, but grew into the game. Much like Berenger, found himself in the right place at the right time a lot on offense. And he does a good job of keeping it patient, keeping it simple, not really overdoing things, and letting the defense make the mistake so that he can just wind up with an easy bucket. I really enjoyed that, especially whenever he started simplifying his game. It started off, I think he was trying to do a little bit too much, and he was missing because of it. But he eventually found his rhythm, did very well. Loved Leonard Miller's game. And then to the Pelicans, Jeremiah Fears I liked. I thought he was pretty smooth. Not really sold on his jumper, but I didn't really expect to be. Like, I think he was an under 30% three-point shooter in college, but he didn't shoot poorly. And in fact, if you're a guard coming out of college or the draft just in general, you're not supposed to do very well in Summer League. But I think a theme from this Summer League first day is that a lot of these young guards actually overperformed what the previous guards had done straight out of the draft. And Fears did very solid. I thought Derek Queen looked so bad initially, and I was really high on him. Like, I have the Reel app, and on Reel, like, it lets you predict like who's going to score 15 points. And I was like, I think Derek Queen's going to. And then I don't think he scored until the fourth quarter, maybe the third quarter. Turned the ball over. There was one point he had 0 points, 3 assists, and 6 turnovers. And like my only takeaway was that he was a good passer, but a lot of the times his creativity was more stupidity, just falling into the right place. And then once he locked in and got control of his emotions, he was like very, very good. I was really impressed with how he finished the game. Wound up in double figures and scoring after such a bad start. So I'm impressed with the way Queen was able to like actually control himself after a tough start to the game. those are my guys for that game. I know Lester Quinones and Micah Peavy also played well. I just didn't really note them down. But yeah, they were good. I like Micah Peavy, Dallas area guy. And then I watched him whenever he was at Tech for a year or two. I forget. He was actually a teammate of Shannon's. I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm right on that. But yeah, I don't know. Like PV, kind of a jack of all trades, but not great at one thing, you know? He's a very good defender. You could say that's probably his best attribute. And Quinones is just he's going to average 20 in the summer league if he gets the minutes. He just needs to translate it to the actual NBA, which he hasn't done yet. So yeah, that's what I got on that game. Cleveland and Indiana, very impressed with Ray J. Dennis. Pretty sure he went to Baylor, in which he was like a very good player at Baylor. I think, was he with, what's that guy? Oh, Flagler, Adam Flagler. I think they were backcourt together. I hope I'm right on that one. At Baylor. But Ray J. Dennis, very solid. He was super attack-minded early, scored a lot early, and then he scored a lot late, which was really good to see. I didn't really watch the middle of this game because I was pretty into the Oklahoma City game with Brooklyn, but I liked what Ray J did. Jalen Tyson was very aggressive. Towards the end of the game, he started making some dumb mistakes, but I wasn't really all that worried about it because I feel like, first off, he's not going to be in that position in the NBA. And if he is, I feel like he'll probably improve and it'll be better because he will also have better players around him. And he just seems to do the right thing most of the time. So I'm, again, not worried about him. Furphy. I thought he started the game very well. And then I missed whatever injury he had. There were some Achilles injury rumors. I hope that's not true, but from the video that I saw, it kind of looks like it. Just super non-contact. I'm going to hope and pray that it's not that. There have been too many of that specific injury, specifically for the Pacers. He's the fourth guy that has been a Pacer in this last calendar year that's gone down with an Achilles injury. Like one of their 15 guys on their roster, 4 of them have gone down with an Achilles injury. He's one of 9, I think, actual NBA players to do that in the last year, which is insane. Starting at preseason, I think. But yeah, started out with James Wiseman, and then who else? I know obviously Tyrese Halliburton and Furphy, but it was another Isaiah Jackson. Yeah, tough for Indiana. I liked Furphy. He had a good start. He was creating pretty well, and then his shot started falling, and then he got injured. So, yeah. Tomlin for Cleveland. Offensive masterclass. That's all I put down on my notes. He was efficient, and he dropped 30, I think. I mean, yeah. He just knew what he was doing, got where he wanted to go. Too bad for them to lose that game, but I mean, that's more because Indiana was able to execute and not because Cleveland was bad. Craig Porter Jr. I'm a big Craig Porter Jr. fan. I think he left early with a hamstring injury. Again, I missed it because I was watching OKC and Brooklyn, but he had 7 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, I think. Didn't miss a shot, 7 minutes, I think. Yeah, I mean, I like Craig Porter Jr. I hope it's not a serious injury again. I didn't actually see what it was. Like with Furphy, I saw a replay of it, but with Craig, I did not. So I hope he's okay. Tyrese Proctor. I put 1 note. I like. That is it. I just like Tyrese Proctor. I think he's going to be a good NBA player. There's a reason they signed him to an actual contract instead of a typical second-round pick contract. Like they give him I think a 4-year deal, even though he was a mid to late second rounder. He's got a great shot, and I think he actually created pretty well in this game. He does a good job of getting out of people's way and just moving around on the perimeter, getting his shot, and then he's not bad at putting the ball on the floor and creating for others too. So, like Proctor. Quentin Jackson, I missed most of his points because I was watching the other game. However, from what I saw, I liked his good energy. I put an arrow. So, energy straight to points, right? That's what he did. He's just better than the people that are out there. He's not really a summer league player anymore, I don't think. I think he's more of an actual NBA roster guy. He had a stretch or two last year for the Pacers where he just kind of came out of nowhere and was actually productive for them. I don't expect him to play that much in the summer league because I just think he's too good for it. So, yeah, like Quentin Jackson. Next, we got Oklahoma City and Brooklyn. Start off with AJ Mitchell. AJ Mitchell? I think that's right. AJ. Yeah, super aggressive. He was a different level player. Yeah, he was just a different level. Not much more to say about that. Super patient. I really liked his patience when running through the offense and just creating for others and for himself. He just was patient, and it worked to his advantage. So good for him. Nikola Topic, thought he had very good passes. His comfort level was good. He does lack a bit of an offensive burst, which I think could, become an issue for him. But whenever he was out there, I kind of thought of him as a Josh Giddey clone. So, if he is a Josh Giddey clone, that's pretty good. That's a great get just to add for free, basically, for this championship roster. I remember last year's draft, him, Dillingham, Connect, Buzelis, and Jared McCain were my 5. These guys are going to be good in the NBA. Those were my guys. I hope it's real for Topic. The other guys, it does seem like they're all pretty freaking good. So I think Topic, if he puts it all together, he hasn't really played competitive basketball for a year. I'm sure he's played competitively in practice, but he's kind of piecing it together game by game, and this was a solid showing against Brooklyn. Igor Demin, I put invisible. He, honestly, you could skip the game, not see anything. You wouldn't miss a single thing that Demin did that was actually impactful. He had 1 3 that I saw, and then I think I flipped away to the other game because the Cleveland and Indiana was close at the end, so I watched the end of that. But, yeah, I was pretty disappointed. 8th overall pick, and it really felt like he wasn't even involved. It would have been one thing if he wasn't scoring, but he was assisting, he was creating, he was being involved in the offense. But he just really wasn't involved at all, and I thought that was pretty disappointing. So I was pretty high on Damon, but, it is Summer League. Summer League, you can't really take too much from it. I would expect him to be more aggressive in the coming games. What is he, 6'8", 6'9" point guard? Use your size, man. Get to the basket, create for others. Don't just be passive and not show what you can do. This is the Summer League. It's here for you to do your thing. Danny Wolf, incredible creator. I don't know if I've ever seen someone at his height be able to dribble like he can. And the passes he does is really Jokic-esque. He has, guard-like skills and speed. Maybe not speed, but he has a good burst, a good first step. And I think once he pieces everything together, he could be very good. I'm super high on Wolf. And a part of that is also because of draft night, right? He slid a little bit. And then there were all the things with his brother crying and him crying and his family crying. And it was you root for those guys because you can tell they really want it. And he got it, and it was super emotional. Anyway, I'm really high on him. I loved what he did, even though he didn't score almost at all. But yeah, Nolan Traore, he's interesting because he was projected to be a top pick a year ago for this draft that just happened, and then he had a pretty poor year overseas. But yeah, he had a great game. He has a good feel and really good control of his own pace. He controlled the pace of the game. I thought he looked miles better than Demon and even Seraph, even though Seraph was also good, who I'll also get into. I'll just talk about Traore and Seraph. I thought they were the most impressive out of anybody that the Nets put out there because they were just able to control the game. They were both smart. It was fun because Seraph was more of a smart control. I'm going to do it at my own pace, and y'all are just going to have to watch me score. Whereas Traore was like more flashy, but still smooth. And it was a fun contrast of styles, and I really liked the both of them. Chris Youngblood for the Thunder, I think his name is Chris. Yeah, he was lethal shooter, like lethal. He was not missing. I thought he moved a little bit funny, so I didn't think he was going to be all that good. And then his shot started falling. I was like, whoa, this guy is really good. He's got a good shot. All you need to know about him. Got a good shot. If you can do that at the level that he was doing, you might have an NBA future. But again, one summer league game. Can't really judge like that. But from what I saw, I really liked Youngblood. Tosin, oof, that's a tough last name. Ebwomwan. Sorry. I put down, he had 7 straight points and a 3-point block. Like, straight possessions. That little spurt was awesome. And don't have much else to say about him, except good job for those few possessions in a row. Barnhizer, I wasn't going to talk about, and then he just started getting steal after steal and smart play after smart play. So really good hustle, effort plays. I think he could be an NBA player if he keeps playing like that. That was pretty impressive. I could see him being like a two-way guy for the Thunder. And then Drew Timme, Richardson guy, let's go. He was really steady. Once, he started getting the ball more in the second half, and it was just Timme time. Just get out of the way or make a cut. He'll find you, right? He's a post player first and foremost, but he's just kind of like a do it at your own pace. I'm going to get a bucket. Or if someone's cutting, I'm going to find them. He's just really good at pretty much everything offensively. Huge fan of Timme. I hope he finds his actual home in the NBA or overseas. I think he'd dominate overseas. But yeah, really like Drew Timme. And then last but not least, certainly not least, this is the one that I really cared about. Dallas and LA. This was a weird watch for me. I was super excited, but Cooper Flagg, initially looked a little bit lost. I thought maybe he let the hype get to his head. Not in a bad way. I wasn't worried about him in the long run, but for that game, I was like, oh, shoot. I think he looks a little bit out of his depth, and he needs to calm down, which is exactly what the Mavs did. Took him out of the game, brought him back in, and immediately he was a difference maker. Steals, and then dunks, and, anytime he got to the basket, it felt inevitable that he was going to score. He didn't get to the basket a lot, especially in the second half. Settled for a lot of jump shots, and there was that one play where Bronny stood him up and probably got a steal, but they called a foul. But then immediately after that, they did the exact same post up, exact same spot, and Flagg just did a turnaround jumper, and it was awesome. But yeah, I'm not worried about him. His shot was off. I've seen so many videos of him in summer league training camp, just hitting shot for shot for shot for shot. Not worried at all. I think next game he's probably going to drop 30 points. I don't want to put that pressure on him, but he's not going to watch this video. So I bet he drops 30 points and plays great. I thought outside of scoring, he did a good job creating for others. I thought his defense was solid, especially that block at the end of the game was awesome. And then right down the court, dish to Nembhard, who I'll talk about also. Nembhard had a great start, and he just kind of carried it throughout the game. Very steady, methodical with his offensive play. His defense was actually really scrappy. I was a huge fan of it. JJ Barea vibes for the Mavs, and honestly, he really is just a mini Andrew Nembhard. Ryan Nembhard is so good. I'm a huge fan. I thought, if you go back to my first video, I talk about Ryan Nembhard a lot because I was so excited right after the draft that we got him after it. But yeah, his mid-range looked great. Shot just looked so good. Great control of the game. Good job setting up others like Miles Kelly, who was also really good. Creating his own shot even. When he was more billed as a 3-and-D type of guy, which he did well of for both things, but he was also able to find his own shot whenever, Flag was getting all of the attention. Or some of the attention was going to Nimhard. Some of the attention, went to, I think, Jordan Hall had a good game. One name came to my mind whenever I was watching Miles Kelly play, and I was like, Benedict Mathurin. I mean, we got basically Andrew Nimhard and Benedict Mathurin in the draft as, like, undrafteds. I'm definitely overreacting. This is Summer League, but that's who their games remind me of. And if that's what we got, finals run, I'm definitely overreacting. But very good game from those two, and honestly, I would say a good game from Flag. I think the most important thing for him was to not have a bad game and not lose. And while he didn't shoot well, I think overall his game was not bad. Because the rest of his game was very good. And we won. Against a team full of NBA players. Like, names I'll list: Dalton Connect, LeBron James Jr., Cole Swider, Darius Baisley. Those guys have all played minutes in the NBA. Baisley over 200 games, I think. And Swider has played a few games. Bronny obviously has played a few games. Dalton Connect, I thought, was one of the best rookies last year. So, I mean, this is a real team. I think Christian Koloko is on that roster. He's a real, he's played NBA minutes. So, even though they didn't have a huge draft pick this year, they still have a very good Summer League roster, which, I mean, they'll have that every year. They're LA. They're going to attract eyes. People are going to watch them, and because people are going to watch them, people are going to want to play for them. And they'll want to play for the purple and gold. It's got history, and it's flashy, and it's LA. So they get good players. And the players that they had played well, and the Mavericks still won, even though Cooper Flag shot 5 for 21. I think that says a lot about this team. I think it says a lot about Cooper Flag. If he can shoot average, I think this team is winning the Summer League. If not, we're probably not. But if he can shoot average and plays every game, good. A few things for the Lakers players. Dalton Connect. Thought he had a pretty passive, slow start, but he got better as the game went along. And then there was that weird play at the end where he missed the layup and then came up injured. I don't hope he's injured, but I also was like, is he really? Or is he faking an injury to, I don't know, put off the, excuse the missed layup? It was a pretty wide open layup, and he just scuffed it. I hope he's not injured. I really like Dalton Connect. But, yeah, honestly, him getting shut down might just be a good thing, because he is a real NBA player. And he does not need to be playing in the Summer League, because he's not a rookie anymore. Bronny, confident early, played well. I think he wound up shooting 2 for 8. Not great, but still I'm impressed. Honestly, his defense was very good, and he looked confident. His shot looked good, and I'm not worried if it's not falling, because at this point I just feel like he is an NBA player, and he just needs to actually get the time to prove it. Cole Swider, great shot. I mean, this guy is like a sniper. He got fouled on a few threes, I think 2 threes, and he had some really tough contested ones, and I'm just super impressed with Swider. Darius Baisley, good defense, right? I mean, I think he was guarding Cooper Flag a lot of the time. Bronny was too. Cole Swider guarded him a lot. But Darius Baisley, I think, played very good defense. And then as an athlete, he's great. But his shot, dude, if he can't get his shot under control, he's not going to make it back in the NBA. He airballed a wide open 3. He missed at least 3 free throws out of, I think, 4. I hope I'm right on that, but I also, for his sake, I hope I'm wrong. But I know he missed 2 at the end, because I was whenever he went to the free throw line, I turned to my dad and I was like, it's all right, we just got to rebound his miss. He's not going to make it. And then he missed both free throws. After I was like, yeah, he's just not going to make it. He missed the first one. I was like, Dad, yeah, he's not going to make the second one. We just got to either get the rebound or hope he makes it so that they don't get an offensive rebound and a chance to tie or take the lead. And he missed it, and we got the rebound and won. right? So, I don't know. I should not be that confident that he's going to miss like any jump shot that he takes. And I was very confident he was going to miss, and I was backed up because he missed. I do like Baisley. I hope he makes it. I think he's got a good game. He just needs to polish his jumper. And outside of that, again, Jordan Hall. I think his first name is Jordan. I know his last name is Hall. Number 37. He looked good. Like, jumper, so smooth. I was so confident each time he let go of it, it was going in. He looked really good. And Maxwell Lewis played well against his former team. Obviously, he was a Laker, and then played for Brooklyn a bit. I mean, he's been a French player, right? So it's not like he's had real minutes before, but I thought he played well. I think it's good to put NBA talent, or at least French NBA talent, around Cooper Flagg for the Summer League, just so he gets more of a real intro to the league. But takeaway, really, Ryan Nembhard and Miles Kelly played amazing. Super excited to see what they can do. I know they're just two-way players, but I see a real NBA future for both of them if that's how they're actually going to play. And then Flagg, not worried at all. I know he didn't have his best game, but I'm so confident that he is going to be a stud. I mean, he looked so good attacking the rim, and I've seen his shot drop. I'm not worried about it dropping. I know the announcers were going off, and they were like, well, it's got a weird hitch to it. All right, Shea's shot has a hitch. He's a good shooter, all right? It doesn't really matter as long as your shot falls. Steph Curry has an unorthodox form. He's the best shooter ever. You know, like Klay Thompson's shot is pristine. He's not a better shooter than Steph. So, I don't know. I don't know why I went on that tangent, but people they were talking weird about his shot, and I feel like I've seen so many videos of Summer League practice where he just hasn't missed a single three in those practice videos. I think it's just nerves, and next game he's going to dominate. I can't wait to watch it. Yeah, this was my Flag Day. Hope you all have a good one.